I noticed something very strange when I was recently watching some Dr. Seuss cartoons from the 1940s and 70s. The AI captions couldn't figure out how to translate Dr. Seuss's writing.
This thing is a need.
From the far end of town, where the grickle grass grows, the old Wanslers.
But as a human, I understood very clearly. I even understood the words as a child. I had these books read to me when I was 6 years old. In fact, it's famous how well kids have understood these books' words for like 80 years. Yet the AI just got confused when Seuss added in just a few of his words. In the original 1970s Dr. Seuss cartoons, it didn't even bother trying to transcribe them. It was just like, nope.
Holy succulent, mellifluous, deliciously, mellifluous, sweetly succulent, tropical fruits.
Most automatic captions I read on cartoons are relatively accurate, but Dr. Seuss's words confounded AI, so it got me wondering, if machine learning couldn't replicate or understand this 122-year-old writer's words, could machine learning understand Dr. Seuss's art style? Could it even replicate this art? Now, I should make it clear, normally I would absolutely never use AI generation for anything. Frankly, I've never even tried till this video. But purely for curiosity's sake, I asked Deep AI to create a Dr. Seuss character. And that was when things got really strange. It was like the machine learning just broke halfway. I got no background, the Cat in the Hat was missing limbs, but weirdest of all, something creepy just kept popping up in the images. It'd draw a missing number, the disembodied parts of a cartoon character. It's like Dr. Seuss's artwork somehow short-circuited the AI. I tried changing my words, same thing. I even tried asking it to draw different Dr. Seuss characters. But for every character except the Grinch, it just gave up halfway, drew the Cat in the Hat, and the detached body parts of a cartoon character. And even the Cat in the Hat was often missing eyes or limbs. I asked myself, does this happen with other cartoon characters? So I compared it to other cartoons. I tried Disney characters and it worked fine. Mickey Mouse looked disturbingly close to the real thing, while still retaining that creepy AI uncanny feel. I tried Bugs Bunny and yeah, he looks weird, but at least he had all his limbs. But Dr. Seuss, it just broke the AI and produced this broken image. So I then asked it to make me an original Dr. Seuss character.
What? It's just an ordinary crabby. Oh my goodness!
Then I just straight up asked it to draw Horton Hears a Who from Dr. Seuss, a very famous Dr. Seuss character who even has his own movie. Yet another broken Cat in the Hat image with like a half-completed Cat in the Hat Dr. Seuss something? Why is it AI couldn't create these cartoon characters? I tried Goofy and it generated him fine enough. It created Tom from Tom and Jerry. The images were unbroken and relatively normal as far as AI goes. Even in a cartoon like Adventure Time, the AI drew quote-unquote original characters with a background. But Dr. Seuss could never give me original characters and had zero backgrounds. When it finally painted a background, the AI started getting confused between the characters in the background, painting both the trees and the cat as alive. I guess Dr. Seuss is a good way to get horror images from AI. I found it could even make Steven Universe original characters. I thought, okay, maybe I'm using the wrong type of AI. Try changing styles into pop art style and I still got broken characters, with one looking fresh out of Five Nights at Freddy's The Zeus remake. Seriously, never use generative AI for original content, it looks horrendous. Without fail, it would always show me the Cat in the Hat missing like a body part like an eye or an arm, and often breaking halfway and making that additional creepy Cat in the Hat, or whatever the hell it was meant to be. So, my last resort, I tried to get AI to draw Dr. Seuss using the quote-unquote children's book illustration generator. That's literally what Dr. Seuss is. But nope, our Cat in the Hat is missing both arms with absolute minimal possible generic children's background imagery. So, to the point, what's happening here that's breaking the AI when translating dialogue and trying to generate pictures? Well, this is my uneducated opinion. Let's start with the subtitles. Even in words alone, Dr. Seuss flies in the face of the biggest hurdle AI simply can't replicate: human imagination. Any supposed imagination AI has is just a combination of other people's work combined with random noise. AI cannot fill in blanks because it doesn't have the concept of anything beyond its training data. However, within the combination of 86 billion chemical neurons firing within every human walking the earth is that special artifact of imagination. It's helped us survive through the last 100,000 years. so we're really good at it. And the second Dr. Seuss starts using his imagination to create even slight ticks on regular words, the AI just doesn't know what to do with it, because it doesn't have the imagination required to interpret words not in the dictionary. AI can only copy our homework, it can't do its own. And Dr. Seuss inherently requires imagination from both children and adults with some of his wording to understand the meaning, and it seems AI cannot yet replicate that. For example, in the Lorax, Gricklegrass becomes Agricole Grass? It can't even figure out the Onceler, calling him the One Seller? No, now he's the Washer? I'm feeling really sorry for the hearing impaired. I hope they read the original books, or at least look at the original books online. And just for curiosity AI images, can you make Gricklegrass? Nope, that's just regular grass. So the other big question, what about these broken pictures? How do we explain them? Why does Dr. Seuss break AI generation? Well, once again, I don't completely understand AI generation, so I don't know the exact practical reason Dr. Seuss's characters break the AI images. But I do understand AI can't create something from nothing. It can't even create a squiggly MS Paint stick figure without copying off the work of human-created pictures. And somehow this unique 1940s drawing style of Dr. Seuss just breaks it. Is it something about the unique shading on each of the lines of his characters? If you have your own personal theory, I'd love to hear it in the comments. The only one it could kinda successfully make was the Grinch. But with all the monstrosities we've gotten in the Grinch, it's like, does it even really stand as Seuss's own work anymore?
Pucker up and kiss it, Whoville!
Thus the AI has more traditional looking cartoons to copy the Grinch off, but something about the drawings of a storybook writer from the 1900s just baffles it. I'm certainly not claiming that every book or animation Seuss was involved with was brilliant, or that Seuss himself was without personal failures. But ironically, even in Seuss's death, even amidst the ever-consuming AI rampage of the 2020s, Seuss remains an example of how AI cannot yet understand and replicate human imagination, both art and dialogue. And personally, I think if he was still alive, he'd be pretty happy to be giving that middle finger to AI. The whole thing reminds me of more recent attempts to create CG Dr. Seuss movies. We've seen humans attempting to remake Dr. Seuss's work in computer graphic movies, some more successful than others, but in my opinion, most have been horrible failures. I think the closest the style has gotten to Seuss's original drawings is The Simpsons Halloween Special, maybe the Horton Hears a Who movie, but I could certainly be debated on that. So if even 21st century humans rarely recreate Dr. Seuss's writing or artwork even close to what it was, how is AI meant to manage? But once again, I'm speaking from the perspective of someone inexperienced in AI. I'm a literal clown, a quote-unquote entertainer and writer at best, certainly not an expert in artificial intelligence. It's also the perspective of someone who is ignorant. I've never used AI generation tools until now. Is this a normal thing people have seen before? And I'd love to hear your opinion if you'd like to share it in the comments below. Why can't AI replicate this 122-year-old writer's artwork or words? Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a very pleasant day.
The places you'll go, there is fun to be done, there are games to be won. I said, oh, the places you'll go.
You're off to great places! Today is your day!